All right, explorers, let's get going. We're going to have a great week this week. This is the principal's message for the week of September 24th through September 28th. We got a lot to go through today, so I'm going to try to go quickly. Got to remind you of our champion tip of the month. We have our champion affirmation challenge. Those are due. Our third grade apples. Around the school, that's a new feature. I want to point out a few things. Reading logs, reminder. Cafeteria tip of the week. Student of the month, it's that time again. And popcorn. All right, champion tip of the month. Here we go. Hopefully you guys know this by now. This month, second month of the year, we always go to Sam. What do you do when you've been rude to somebody? Make sure you know that if you've made a mistake and you've been rude, it is your responsibility to make sure you say you're sorry. You accept responsibility by admitting it, and then you make it right by fixing the problem. Okay? So good luck with that. Hopefully you guys have been doing that. Teachers, let me know if you find someone doing this. And if they do it, let me know. I'd like to celebrate that student. Champion Affirmation Challenge. These were due last Friday. If you have any sitting around, make sure you turn those in as soon as possible so we can pick a couple winners. We're probably going to have a couple that I've seen that I really, really like. I want to kind of take a couple of them and stick them together and make one awesome champion affirmation that we'll start using here throughout the building. So make sure you turn those in. I want to say thank you to Mr. Hardwick and Ms. Grubal. With their powers combined, we have gotten a donation from one of our community partners, Custom Cast Stone. So teachers, take a break this week. Sometime this week, head out to the outdoor lab and check out all the donated stones that were custom cut for our school. Those are all spread out throughout the outdoor lab. So once again, thank you, Mr. Hardwick. Thank you, Ms. Grubal, for getting that for our awesome outdoor lab. I want to say thank you to our third graders. They took a field trip last Thursday to the apple orchard. I heard nothing but great things about your behavior, about your attitude. I heard that the staff at Tuttle's had nothing but amazing things to say about you guys, how well behaved you were, how respectful you were while you were on the field trip. That is exactly what we want to hear on every single field trip for every single grade level. When you leave Indian Creek, you represent our school. And third graders, you did an outstanding job. So thank you for doing that. Hispanic Heritage Month. Make sure you guys have noticed this already. I've seen people already doing this. There's a scavenger hunt throughout the building. Make sure when you're walking around the building, you keep your eyes peeled, you're looking around, and you're reading about some of our Hispanic heritage members that have been leaders in the STEM field. So you're going to learn about people you may never heard of before. All right, these are kind of the hidden figures in STEM. So I want you to learn about these people because one day this could be you. In a couple years, we could be learning about you guys and what you've done in the field of STEM. So make sure you guys are participating in the Hispanic Heritage Month scavenger hunt. It's going on now. Those papers, if you're looking for a scavenger hunt paper, they are glued, they are taped to the back of Miss McGill Baker's door. So when you walk down the main hallway, look for those scavenger hunt papers. And once again, thank you, Mrs. McGill Baker, for putting this together for our kiddos. And then because the third graders went on that awesome field trip and because they did such a great job, they're actually selling the apples that they picked last week for 50 cents. So you guys can purchase apples starting this week for 50 cents from the third graders. Reading logs, I'm going to remind you every week, make sure you're reading every night. You know what good readers do? They read. Make sure you guys are reading every single night, filling out those reading logs and turning them in. I know some grade levels are every week. Some grade levels are every month. So make sure you're reading those. And Mayan, it's still not ready yet, but we're working on it. I got a bunch of people trying to get all you guys usernames and logins and passwords and all that fun stuff for Mayan so you can get access to that digital library. But we do have Lexia. Make sure you're getting on Lexia and getting your minutes in. Cafeteria tip of the month. No, not month, week. Cafeteria tip of the week. Make sure you're sitting in the bench the right way. If you guys are turned around like this, and your knees are in the way. When I walk down the aisle and someone's sitting like that, I trip over their feet. So that is not safe. Make sure you're turned around the right way and sitting in the bench the right way so that we're not tripping anybody walking through the aisle. Okay, so help us with that. And then make sure, here we go, guys. Pull out your calendar. Mark your calendar. Here it is, Harvest Hoopla. It's coming up. If you don't know what it is, it's just a big party at school. We're going to have games, prizes, candy, bounce house. We'll have haunted trails again this year. Our PFO, parent volunteers, high school volunteers are going to put this together. I want to thank Mrs. Darius and Ms. Grubal for helping out with this. It's Saturday, October 20th. So pull out your calendar, write it down, text yourself, whatever you need to do. make sure you know October 20th, Saturday, here at school, we're going to have our Harvest Hoopla. And you see that, right? There's going to be pony rides this year. So make sure you guys are here. It's going to be a great time. We want to have a lot of people here in attendance. Student of the Month is coming up Friday. Wait a minute, that's this Friday. Friday, the 28th, we're going to have our Student of the Month celebration. So teachers, that means you make sure you nominate your 5 Students of the Month. Okay? That's sponsored by Buffalo Wild Wings and Puccini's, of course. And then popcorn. Popcorn is $1. We're going to sell that again this Friday. Make sure, students, if you want to purchase some, you can eat the popcorn during your recess. Popcorn costs $1. Important dates, the only thing we got left, I already hit on them. Student of the Month and popcorn sales this week. Next couple weeks, make sure you know the week of October 8th through the 12th. That whole week, we are off of school. We have fall break coming up, guys, in 2 weeks. So we get a week of school off. And then the next big one is the 20th, Harvest Hoopla, October 20th. Then that's followed by the book fair. The book fair follows Harvest Hoopla and is the week of October 22nd. All right. That's it, guys. Thanks for listening to me. I know it was a longer one this time, but we had a lot of information to go through. As always, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, but most importantly, hopefully you guys know it, keep exploring. Thanks, guys.